Follow your child, trust their mind. Welcome back, parents. I am Ankita, your positive parenting coach. And today we are talking about the magic of your child's first 3 years. Did you know that your baby's brain is like a supercomputer that's building itself? And in the first 3 years, your baby's brain will make over 1 million connections every single second. Today, I'm going to show you why these early years are so magical and how you as a parent are the most important person in your child's entire world in this phase. If you've ever wondered why your toddler melts down at the grocery store and why your baby seems to understand more than they can actually say, or how you can support their growth in these precious early years, you're in the right place. I'm going to break down the science of early childhood development in a way that actually makes sense to you in this video. So let's talk about your child's unique personality from birth to 3 years, right? We're going to discuss, it's possible that you've noticed from day one that your child has their own personality already. Maybe your baby is naturally calm and watching everything with wide, curious eyes, or perhaps they're more active, kicking their legs, wanting to be held all the time. Some babies cry loudly when they're hungry, while others fuss quietly. This isn't random. This is their temperament. And it's like their personal blueprint. It's what makes them who they are, Think of temperament like this. Some children are like gentle streams. They adapt easily to new situations and they go with the flow. Others are like little fires, they're bright, energetic, intense, and they feel everything deeply. And then some are steady mountains that can take their time to warm up, but once they do, they are solid and consistent. Now here's a real example. Let's say you take your toddler to a birthday party. The stream child might walk in and start playing with other children right away. The fire child might run straight to the bouncy house and be the first one on it. The mountain child might stay close to you for the first 20 minutes, watching everything before they feel ready to join in. All three approaches are perfectly normal and healthy. And here's the beautiful part. You can't change your child's basic temperament. You can absolutely shape how they learn to express it. Think of it like being a gardener. You can't change if your plant is a rose or a sunflower, but you can provide the right soil, water, sunlight to help it bloom beautifully. So if your child is naturally sensitive, you don't try to make them tough. You teach them healthy ways to process their sensitive feelings. If your child is naturally energetic, you don't try to make them sit still all day. You give them lots of opportunities for movement and exploration. Now let's talk about what's happening inside your child's head. And it's absolutely incredible. Your baby is born with about 86 billion cells. To put that in perspective, that's around how many stars you see at any point in the sky. But here's the most amazing part. These brain cells aren't connected yet. So it's having all the pieces of the world. It's the most complex puzzle, but they need to be put together. So guess what happens? Your child's experiences are the glue that connects these pieces. Let me paint you a picture. Imagine your child's brain is like a huge city, right? But when they're born, it's just empty. It doesn't have any roads. And every time something happens to your child, every time they see your face, they hear your voice, they taste food, it's like building a new road in their brain city. So every time you respond to your baby's cry, every time you read them a story, every time you play peekaboo, you are literally helping build their brain. And when your toddler touches a soft blanket, you say soft. Their brain creates a pathway. It connects the feeling of softness with the word soft. When they hear your voice and they see you smile at the same time, their brain again builds a superhighway, connecting love and safety. Here's what's really cool. When these experiences happen over and over again, they become pathways, right? Like major highways in the brain city. And the more you repeat positive experiences, the stronger these highways become. So when you sing the same lullaby every night, you're not just soothing your baby, you are building a strong pathway for comfort and security. Think about this. When your 6-month-old drops the spoon from their high chair for the 10th time and you pick it up again, they're not trying to annoy you. They are actually conducting like a science experiment. They're learning cause and effect. They're building pathways about cause and effect here. So when I drop this, my mama is going to pick me up. When I drop it again, she's going to pick it up again. And that's fascinating to them. And your child's brain is actually too big when they're born. It's kind of the heaviest part of the body. They have way more brain cells than they need. It's nature give them extra supplies to work with. So when they grow, their brain gets rid of the connections that are not being used, kind of like pruning a tree to help it grow stronger. Right? Now let's talk about the special times in your child's development, which are called windows of opportunity. Think of them as golden moments when your child's brain is extra ready to learn specific skills. It's basically like putting up a big sign that says open for learning. For example, the window for language learning stays open for many years. So even a 3-year-old can pick up a new language so much more faster and easier than an adult. Have you ever noticed how your child seems to absorb new words like a sponge, like a toddler? So that's their language window being wide open. Yeah. If you speak 2 languages at home, your child's brain is actually keeping track of both languages. So multiple people, multiple language, that works really well. And by 6 months, your children can already tell the difference between the languages. And by age 2, they might mix them up. Their brain knows they're different, but they're just building highways for both languages at the same time. The window for emotional bonding and trust is the strongest in the first year, which is why your cuddles, responses, attention during this time are so powerful. When your baby cries and you come to comfort them, you're literally teaching their brain that the world is safe and their needs matter. The window for movement and coordination is huge in the first 3 years, which is why toddlers are constantly moving. They are not trying to drive you crazy with all that movement. They are building their own pathways, own highways. Understanding these windows is really important because it helps you appreciate why your attention and interaction during these early years is so valuable. It's like planting seeds in the most fertile soil because the conditions are just perfect for growth. Now let's talk about something that might surprise you. You don't really need expensive toys to support your child's development. You are your child's most important learning tool. You are the most important material in the first 3 years. So when your baby cries and you respond with comfort, you're teaching them that the world is safe, that they matter. So when your little one shows you a rock that they found, you can show an interest and say, wow, what an interesting rock. It's so smooth. You're building their confidence and curiosity. Let me give you some more examples. When your 8-month-old baby babbles saying ba, 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 and you respond with yes, ba, 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 you're talking to me. That's the message they get, that you're teaching them that communication is a two-way street. So their language highways and their social connection highways are building at the same time. Now, when your 2-year-old has a meltdown in the grocery store because they cannot have the candy and you stay calm and you tell them, I see that you're upset. You really wanted that candy. It's hard when we can't have candy. You're teaching them that their feelings are valid and you're there for them even when they're struggling. So your toddler insists on putting on their own shoes, even though it takes forever. They're trying it on the wrong feet. And when you patiently wait, and then gently switch their shoes, you're building independence and problem-solving skills and trusting your children and slowing down with them. So it's not about being perfect, it's about being present and being responsive. Even on tough days, your loving response is building your child's brain and personality. In fact, it's often those challenging moments that are the most important. That's when the learning happens. Here's the thing, your child does not need you to be a perfect parent. They need you to be a good enough parent. They need you to be a parent who's trying, learning along the way and showing up for them even when it's hard, right? Here are some simple ways to support your child's development, right? Now you have all of this information. So let's see what we can do. Please understand that these don't cost anything and these just don't require special training. They just need you. So number 1, talk to your child. Talk to your children, even though you might feel very silly talking to somebody who can't talk back. But your baby is listening and learning. Describe what you're doing. I'm putting on your socks on 1 foot, on 2 feet. These socks are blue. This helps build language skills. It helps them understand their world. When you're cooking dinner, narrate what you're doing. I'm cutting the carrots. These carrots are orange. The carrots are crunchy, Your child is learning about color, sound, texture, vocabulary, everything together. Number 2, follow their lead. Follow your child. If your child is fascinated by dogs, read books about dogs, print out dogs on the walls, make dog sounds, talk about how dogs are different from cats, go see the dogs on the road, follow their interest. That's the roadmap to meaningful learning. I remember one of the moms in my courses telling me that her 18-month-old was obsessed with washing machines. And I told her, instead of trying to redirect his interest to something else, just embrace it. So sort clothes by colors, listen to the different sounds the machine makes, go press the buttons daily, make a picture book about laundry, because that boy was learning about color, sound, sequences, vocabulary, all through the natural interest. Third, create routines they can count on. This does not mean rigid schedules, a predictable pattern, a routine that helps your child feel secure so their brain knows that it's safe, it's free to learn and explore. Number 4, give them time to struggle safely, because when your child is trying to put a shape into a shape sorter and it's not working, you don't need for you to help them, because they might work on it and try a way to make it work for themselves, because this is building their problem solving skills and confidence. 5th, remember, play equal to learning. When your child is pretending to feed their stuffed animal or pretend play with a tea set, when they're stacking blocks, knocking it down, they are learning all about cause and effect. They're learning about gravity, spatial relationships. So when they're playing in the dirt, they're learning about textures, temperatures, and the natural world, right? So let them play. And finally, remember that every child develops at their own pace. Don't compare yours to another. Compare them to where they were yesterday. Your friend's baby might be walking at 10 months, while yours is still crawling at 14 months, and both are perfectly normal. The first 3 years of your child's life are incredible. You're not just building a brain, you're nurturing a unique human being who will continue to grow and change throughout their childhood. So this is what I want you to remember, that you're enough. You don't have to be perfect. You just need to be loving, present, responsive, learn with your child and grow with your child, right? And trust yourself, enjoy this journey. Remember that some days will be hard, some days will be magical, but most days will be a beautiful mix of both, right? And that's exactly how it should be. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe to my channel. If you want to dive deeper into understanding your child's development, I'm hosting a free webinar where you can explore even more. I'm putting up the link in description. You can come and learn all about these crucial early years, and I would love to see you there. Till then, happy parenting. I will see you soon.